Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America, and my mission is to help women succeed and tap into their full potential. I want to reach 1 million plus women around the world to become the leaders they are meant to be. So if you want to move into a management or executive level position, or maybe you are a female veteran transitioning out of the military into business entrepreneurship, then reach out to the Executive Women's Success Institute at 301-693-3284. Let us get you on the fast track to success. Well, hello and welcome to the Success for Women show, where you can view us on Pod TV. I am Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, your host, and my mission is to help women accelerate the path to success. Well, today's topic is access opportunities, and my guest is Denika Seymour. Let me just give you a little bit of background about Denika. Denika Seymour spent over 2 decades filling senior executive roles both within the business and corporate sector. While being very successful, and after a series of life-altering events, she found herself aspiring to achieve a greater purpose for herself, family, and community. With a background in the financial sector, her greater purpose was realized in the launching of DIGI Discoveries, a business development and consulting firm that focuses on initiatives to increase corporate, state, and federal agency diversity spend to help historically underutilized businesses succeed and grow. So I'd like to bring up tonight Miss Denika Seymour. I know she's there. Okay, so maybe we're having a little technical difficulties here getting her on the platform. Well, I'll just go ahead and give some announcement. I'll do my announcements now. And when we bring her up, and we're probably having a few technical difficulties, I'll give you some upcoming events that you can look forward to. First of all, I'd like you to mark your calendar and so that you can come, relax, rewind, and release at the Show Up to Rise Up Women's Retreat, which will take place April 21st through the 23rd in 2023 at Lake Anna, Virginia. If you register before January 17th, which is right around the corner, 2023, you will receive a free gift. Now, keep in mind, spaces are limited, so you might want to get your registration in now. If you feel that you need to get away for a little while, just get away from it all. Email me for the registration info or for information at info@exwsi.com. Also, if you have not viewed my TEDx talk that I did in Vancouver, Canada in December of 2021, make sure to do so. The topic is, just like our women's retreat, show up to rise up. And I am so excited about it because right now it is at 152,228 views. And I tell you what, I'm excited because my goal is to reach 1 million plus women. And finally, I'd like to let you know that I'm a contributing writer to the Own It magazine, where I share nuggets. I send in an article every month for them. Own It magazine is a resource for personal and professional business development. So make sure you get your subscription. And to do so, you can go on my website, which is www.exwsi.com, or you can email me if you like any further information about the magazine, or maybe you might want to be featured, or you might want to submit an article to the magazine. So you can contact me and let me know. Okay, well, that's all of my announcements for tonight. I hold on. Let me just see what's going on. I have get my engineer here, and we'll kind of see what's going on. So you'll get to see me checking with him to find out. Okay, he just told me he had. There we go. I knew you were there. Hi, Denika. How are you?
Hi, Dr. Madeline. I
Well,
am doing fine.
we're able to get that settled, and you're here with us. I gave them the standard bio on you, but I always like to ask my guests to tell us what you want us to know about Denika Seymour.
Right, well, what I'd like you to know, so you said most of everything. I heard you back there while I was in the backstage. But I am first a mom, right? I'm a mom of 3 beautiful kids and a set of twin girls that are 13 years old and a 23-year-old son. And that's what I am first. Next, what I am is a business owner and a woman of faith as well. So what I do is I have a business development firm and consulting agency that really focuses on DEI initiatives to help increase the diversity spend of corporations, of federal, state, and any agency that's looking to hire or acquire the services of diverse businesses. So that's what I do, and it's so important that we have diverse businesses growing and thriving.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now you talked about being a businesswoman, so let's talk a little bit about that. Tell me about one of the most difficult seasons in your business. I know we've all had to go through a lot, right, for the last couple years, maybe 2.5 years or so. But tell us about the most difficult seasons in your business.
Well, I really would start off and really talk about sacrifice. When you're a business owner and you actually decide to make the cut or the jump into business, and it's not for everyone, right?
Yes, that's true.
You have to have really tough, really tough skin. You have to go through some sleepless nights, some hours crying outside in the car because you don't want the kids to see you crying. It's hard doing that and becoming, and I like to say becoming, and I got that from our former First Lady, becoming Michelle Obama, becoming what it is that you're purposed to be, right? So one of the toughest times for me, I'm going to say, was about 1.5 years ago for me, when I had to make the decision to make a huge sacrifice to continue my business, right? Because there's things that we have to do in order to really maintain the proper business that we want. And I made a huge financial sacrifice to do that. And when you make those huge financial sacrifices, it's not only impacting you, it's impacting those around you as well. But it was for something that I knew it was going to be an investment in myself, and an investment in my business, investment in my family. And when we do something for ourselves, it really touches so many other people, right? When we're changing and we're becoming who we're supposed to be, because our impact is not only going to impact ourselves. Sure, it'll bring us, more income, or we'll have our business grow into $1 million business, and we'll get 6-7 figures. But that's going to touch so many other lives, and that's what it's really all about. So, I think making those huge financial sacrifice that I did made, I actually sold my home to make sure that my business would continue to run. Okay. And it's the best thing I ever did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a great sacrifice. And, to know that you've done something like that, but it just shows too that you wanted to be committed to your business. And after that, you definitely had to be committed to making the business work. And how some people will throw up a shingle and say, I'm in business, but then they don't want to do the work to, keep the business going. And like you say, it's a lot of sacrifice when you're in business, certain things that you have to do, certain things that you have to give up, so there's always those things that you have to look at when you're considering being in business. I always tell people it's not a walk in the park. It's not a piece of cake, but it can be fulfilling, when you accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. So that's always a good thing. So tell us, how hard was it to reinvent yourself after that? Take me through maybe one of the most pivotal moments in that journey that you had to go through.
Well, I'll take you through when I knew that I was at the place that I was supposed to be. I'll take you through that moment. After you make huge sacrifices and you have all those sleepless nights and you don't know if it's working. When I got an email, mm-hmm. We look through our emails every day. I got an email and it was an invitation to a billionaire's home. Mm-hmm. I got that email, and when I got the email and I knew the place that I was going, and I knew who invited me there, and I knew the room that I was going to be in, I knew that I would be able to actually have a seat at the table. At that point, all of the sacrifice, all of the things that I did, I knew I was in the right spot. Sometimes you can't see where you are, and you can't see, all you see is all the hard work, right? Mm-hmm. All you see is, oh my gosh, I'm toiling and toiling and toiling. Is this going to work? Right. And when I actually was able to sit in that room, and then I had a seat at the table with the people that I had been trying to reach out to, and I was invited. I didn't try to invite myself. Mm-hmm. I was actually invited there. That was a point for me where I knew I couldn't turn back. Mm-hmm. So that was one of the pivotal moments for me. I knew I was in the right place. I just had to keep moving forward.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds it's awesome, but I'm sure it was a little scary too.
Yes.
Like you said, having been invited, you're still going into a situation that you knew could be beneficial to you, but you probably didn't know at the time what to expect until you got there. So I can imagine that had to be a little scary for you. Wow.
It was. And not only that, I it wasn't something that I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't expecting to be there. But when you connect yourself or you surround yourself with the people that you want to be like, or, you know, the businesses that you want your business to actually become, when you surround yourself with those, your world starts changing.
Mm-hmm.
You
Absolutely.
start seeing a shifting in your circle becomes different. And when your circle changes, you change with that circle. So it was a part, it helped to reinvent who I was. I stepped into a different world. And when I stepped into that different world, I knew that others could come with me.
Mm-hmm.
If I could step into that world and I can start making a place for myself there, I could take others with me there as well.
Absolutely. Wow. It's, you know, it's, you have to expand, like you said, because when you look around and you see the people that you surround yourself with, that kind of shows how you're moving. You know, like you said, the circle, the people in your circle. I mean, it's like, especially when you're in business and you're trying to grow your business, you definitely have to surround yourself with people that are doing the things that you want to do. Those people that can give you pointers, and you know it's coming from a place that they've been there, done that. You know, they're not just throwing something, you know, like they say, throw the noodle against the wall and see if it's going to stick, you know.
Right.
And so that's you definitely have to make sure in order to grow. And I know when I, you know, first started in business, it was a little difficult for me to be surrounded, because I didn't like a lot of times being around a lot of people. But as you know, as you're in business, you have to, like you said, you have to get into those circles of people that are doing the things that you want to do. And again, it can be scary, and it can't, it, you know, and when you're invited, you definitely want to go, because at that point, you know, you're going to learn something, and you're going to be able to grow, you know, maybe even get resources, or find out something that you were trying to work on and you just couldn't figure out how to make it work. And just being in that room and picking up a nugget that they might drop can take you to a whole nother level, as you said. I tell you
It's
that
really all about building connection,
yes,
building those connections with those people that you would have never been
mm-hmm.
able to connect with before, and then sharing those connections as well.
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
when is there another time that I might be in the room with that person and we would be face to face and we would actually be able to have a conversation with each other?
Yeah.
You never know where that could take you.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of time I found myself, as I started to shift within my business and I started to put myself out there, I started joining leadership programs. And that's one of the best things that I've ever done, was to join different leadership programs, like Leadership North Carolina. I'm based out of North Carolina. My business is in Raleigh, North Carolina. And when I joined, I really wanted to meet people from all over the state to find out how they were doing things. I'm in that program has CEOs from all over the state of North Carolina, top companies, billion-dollar companies. So being in the room with them meant something to me. It meant that I needed to be like a sponge. You know, I needed to soak up everything from them so I could grow, not only grow my business, but be able to be a space where I can connect my clients to the people that I've met. And, you're not too far away from someone when you know a few other people,
Absolutely. So. Absolutely. So tell me, especially when you said you sold your house so that you could put the investment into your business, would you do it all over again?
In a minute, in a second.
So why?
In a second. And take this. I am actually a financial professional. I work for a top 100 company in the financial sector. It sounds crazy. What did you do? But I believe that much in my business. I believe that much in my business. And I believe that much in my calling that I did that to make sure that this business could thrive. And I'm doing it for, not just, the business, but my family, my community, because I know that what I have here is something special.
Absolutely. So kind of tell us a little more about your business and what you do. What does it involve? I know you mentioned, I think you work with corporate, state, and federal agencies, but tell us kind of what it is that you do.
Sure. So exactly what we do is we provide services focused on strategic consulting for corporate and government contracting. We help to build prime and subcontractor relationships. We consult on diversity, supplier diversity programs, as well as business education and funding resources to help build and scale and grow small businesses. Because it's so important, these things, the funding part of it really is so important. And like I said, I knew I had to fund my business, right? And the resources that were offered to me, and this is the reason why I really wanted to do what I was doing, is because the resources that were offered to me weren't the ones that I wanted to take.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. They weren't the ones that I wanted to take. I knew that I wanted to invest in myself and I wanted to invest in my business more than others wanted to invest in me.
Absolutely.
So I knew other people were having the same issues and the same problems, that I had. So I started to build these relationships and find out exactly how is all of this done. And over the past 4 years of culminating all of these relationships that I've been nursing, and connecting with people, I've found really great ways, to help other businesses grow and connect in the right way. And really get them at the table, get them a seat at the table where they wouldn't have had before. So that's what I do.
So in all of this that you did, the investing in your business and, having to sell your home to do that, what have you learned from all of this? What have you learned from it?
Well, I learned that I'm resilient. And I'm stubborn. Yes, I learned that I'm stubborn and I'm not going to take no. I'm not going to take no. I'm going to figure out a way to get to where I need to get to. If one door shuts in front of me, I'm going to open up 3 or 4 other doors. That's what I learned.
And as women in business, we have to be resilient, because you talked about funding and all of that. It's always, I think, a little harder for us when we're trying to go after funding for our businesses, to find the right resources for it. And that's why when you said about being in the room with the billionaire and all, those are also some nuggets that you could pick up from being in that type of atmosphere, ways that you could get funding for your business. So it really is important that we be resilient, that we don't give up on ourselves, and so to speak, which is, what happened with you. You didn't give up on yourself, because you could have just said, hey, well, the business is not working. There you go. Just let it go.
COVID hit, COVID hit. We all had to pivot. We all had to change. Mm-hmm. People got afraid. Things were happening, especially on the financial front. And, but I knew this was the time for me to ramp up. Mm-hmm. And I felt it was the time for me to ramp up. So when I felt it, I said, hey, I have to go full charge, front and center, and I have to do this, and I've got to do it now.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right about that. A lot of people did not have that, I guess, the foresight, if you will, to pivot in their businesses when COVID hit. And a lot of businesses, as you know, they went out of business because of that. There was no, I guess there was no plan B, so to speak, or, having that, if this happens, this is what we'll do type of plan going on. And it did, the COVID hit a lot of businesses really hard, that some businesses just weren't able to do anything to turn everything around. So, which is real unfortunate. It was really unfortunate. So what I'd like to do now is go to break, so that we can, I know you have a video. We want to take a look at your business video. So let's take a break, and we'll go to commercial. We'll show some other things, some other sponsors, some other commercials that have, for the platform. So we'll be right back with our guest, Denika Seymour.
Hello, my name is Denika Seymour, founder and CEO of DIGI Discoveries. DIGI Discoveries is a full-service business development and consulting firm. Our mission is to innovate the way our clients access opportunities. We provide services focused in strategic consulting for corporate and government contracting, building sub and prime contractor relationships, supplier diversity programs, as well as business education and funding resources to help small businesses scale, build, and grow. Developing and funding a business has always been a difficult task, whether it's a startup or a business that's been around for years. From building the vision to the initial seed money or even working capital, access to these resources remain a major barrier for many historically underserved business owners. We work with our clients to create a customized plan of action for themselves and their business. From strategic planning to innovative solutions, our focus is always on building efficient and results-driven relationships to support our clients, helping them to be better positioned in any industry or marketplace that they choose. If you need help in taking your business to the next level, please reach out to DIGI Discoveries. That's www.digidiscoveries.com.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support. Where health education is abundant. Where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City, USA. It is what every city should be. A safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America, and my mission is to help women succeed and tap into their full potential. I want to reach 1 million plus women around the world to become the leaders they are meant to be. So if you want to move into a management or executive level position, or maybe you are a female veteran transitioning out of the military into business entrepreneurship, then reach out to the Executive Women's Success Institute at 301-693-3284. Let us get you on the fast track to success. Welcome back to the Successful Women Show, where my guest tonight is Denika Seymour, and she has been sharing some great nuggets with us about her journey being in business and the things that she's done being committed to her business. So my next question that I wanted to ask you as we come back into the second half of the show, why is it so important for you to succeed? Why was it so important for you to succeed?
Well, I really felt like I didn't have a choice. I had to. Mm-hmm. Right? I felt like I cut every other option off. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I didn't make another plan because I didn't want another plan. I have to succeed at what I'm doing. It has to be that way for me. Mm-hmm. I've invested so much time. I've invested so much money. I'm not going to turn around and miss it. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, like I said before, this isn't for everyone, right? Mm-hmm. Being a business owner. And that's completely fine. If you're, good working with a great corporation, that's great, and you're making great money, that's great. It's just my calling. I know what my calling is, and I know it's to do what I'm doing now. Mm-hmm. So I don't have a reason, not to succeed. Okay. Yeah.
Well, we all know that success means different things to different people. So and in order to succeed, you have to be committed to what you do. You have to be passionate about what you do. And that, I think those were the factors for you. You were passionate and you were committed to, what the field that you're in right now. So tell us, if you could be mentored by anyone in the world, who would it be? And then tell us why.
Okay. Well, I would want to be mentored by Dr. Cindy Trim. And I'm not sure if you know who she is.
Of course I do. Yes.
She would be, I followed her for years, and I hang on every word, because it's wisdom.
Yes.
I hear the wisdom coming from what it is that she's saying. And I'd love to be mentored by her. And she has great business acumen, but not only in business, there's the faith side as well, which is so important to me. And it drives pretty much everything that I do.
Yes.
So I would love to. So if you're listening out there, Dr. Cindy Trim, let's connect. I will be in Atlanta I think it's next week on the 15th, and I will be connecting with one of her. She has an organization there, and they are having an event that I will be going to. So, hey, you never know. I will give you an update.
Please do, because I listen to her all the time myself. She is one of the people that I keep in my arsenal of things to keep a positive attitude and things like that. So yes, definitely, I have heard of Dr. Cindy Trim, and I'm a fan also. So I can see wanting to be mentored by her. Absolutely. Wow. Now I understand that you're also the founder of Kingdom Wealth Forum, which is a 501c3. Tell us about that and what it does.
Sure. When I started my business, I knew I wanted to have, which is a LLC, for profit, of course. I wanted to have a nonprofit side as well. Because I felt that it was just so important to empower the economic advancement of marginalized communities. And sometimes there isn't a space for those communities most of the time, there isn't a space for those communities for advancement in economic inclusion and financial inclusion. And I wanted to bridge that wealth gap. And I wanted to do it on both ends, within my business and within the nonprofit side. So I founded my nonprofit as well. And I connect with marginalized communities, and I bring mentorship programs that are geared towards financial education and business. So I help those community organizations set up financial programs for those organizations to help teach financial education and also those entrepreneurial programs. And it's something that I love to do, and I love to give back in that way. So it was just another branch, of what it is that I was called to do. So, yeah, I love it.
Now, do you see that do you have mostly women coming to you, or is it a mixture of both?
Well, I have a mixture of both, but what I did was I separated the programs into two different programs through Kingdom Wealth Forum. I have my Launch Her program. Launch Her program is geared towards helping women of color hack into the corporate and government contracting sector. And, those women, we get together and we have coaching sessions, and we talk about their business, and we talk about how they're going to craft that business in such a way that those corporations can't say no. Mm-hmm. They have to say yes. They have to look at them, and they're able to get a place at the table. So that is what I'm doing with that. And then I also have Launch Them. Launch Them is comprised of those community partnerships that our nonprofit is included with. And what we do is we help those specific partnerships through the financial education side. So those are the two different programs that we work on through Kingdom Wealth Forum.
Okay. So tell us, 5 years from now, where do you see yourself in business and in your life? Where do you see yourself?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, I'm going to say, I see myself as being 10 times more successful than I am right now.
Okay.
Well, I wanted to double that from not 5 times, but 10 times more successful than I am right now. I would like to really have a space within my community where our business is a launching pad for those businesses that really need us the most. And I'd like to partner with our government organizations to do that. The government is the largest, the largest buyer of supplies in the world. We purchase a lot, from all over the place. And I'd like to be a hub for that. I'd like our business to become a hub for that and really partner with the government. So hopefully in 5 years, we will have something great going with the government and be much bigger, maybe hit the $1 billion mark by then. I don't know.
You don't know. It could be done. You can do it. Yes.
You never know.
Yeah, you could do it. You could do it. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. With your commitment, you could do it. Yeah. Wow. So tell us, if you had one piece of advice that you could leave with our viewers, what would that piece of advice be?
Don't give up. I know it's so cliche, right?
Yeah.
It is so cliche, but if you give up, you would have never known what would have happened, what you would have been able to actually accomplish. If you stop right before the finish line, what does that even look like?
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm just looking and I'm imagining the finish line there, and you stop one step before you cross over. You've gone all of this way. What does that even mean? Yeah. That's my advice. Just don't give up, because it's always right around the corner. Even if you're not at the place where you want to be, you've grown from where you were before. So it takes time. Nothing happens overnight. It does take time. But you will see the growth, and you will see the change and the shifting and what it is that you're doing. And I just leave that with you.
Absolutely. Wow. So do you have anything coming up, any training or any events that you have coming up that you might want to share with us?
Yes. So the next Launch Her class is coming up next year, January, and it's starting January 25th. The next year's class at the end of January. We are going to be taking applications on the 15th of December. So that will be coming out soon. And we would love for some great women to get in contact with us. And if they'd love to be a part of Launch Her, we'd love to have them. There's a selection process to it. Once they are selected, through the process, we will go through the year, intersecting and dissecting their business and really getting them into a different mind space around what it is that we're doing, and even weed out, some things as well. So I think it's going to be great for next year. I'm excited.
Wow. So if we wanted to reach out to you, any of the viewers wanted to reach out to you, tell us how they could do that.
Sure. You could reach out to me on my website at digidiscoveries.com, or even Kingdom Wealth Forum. It's kingdomwealthforum.org. You can reach out there as well. And trust me, if you Google me, you will find me. So if you Google my name, I will pop up. Trust and believe.
Absolutely. Well, it has been a pleasure having you here tonight and sharing with us all the great nuggets, your commitment to your business, and the things that you've done to keep your business going, keeping it moving forward, and keeping it succeeding. So we want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to join us tonight. And again, you all have been listening to my guest, who is Denika Seymour. She's been sharing some great nuggets with us tonight. I'd like to thank my guest again for being here. I'd also like to thank the viewers for joining me tonight. And if this has been the Successful Women Show, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, your host. And if you'd like to reach out to me, of course, you can email me at info@exwsi.com, or go to my website, which is www.exwsi.com. And while you're there, make sure you download my free 3-part video series on 3 things every woman should do to position herself for executive leadership. I am also, if you Google me or put me on, I'm on all the social media platforms. And again, like she said, if you Google me, I'll pop up also. So make sure you can also reach out to me on any of the platforms. I'd also like to ask you to share this episode with your everyone that you know, friends, family, colleagues. Make sure that you share with them so that they can get the benefit of the nuggets that were shared tonight. I'd also like you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Successful Women YouTube channel, and also Pod TV. Make sure that you subscribe to both channels. And I'm going to just say again, make sure that you mark your calendar and come, relax, rewind, and release at the Show Up to Rise Up Women's Retreat, which is going to take place April 21st through the 23rd, 2023 at Lake Anna, Virginia. And make sure you register. If you do so before January 17th, then you receive a free gift. You can email me for the registration information. And to get the information, email me at info@exwsi.com. Again, this is the Successful Women Show. We're here every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm your host, Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, and my mission is helping women to accelerate the path to success. So I want to thank my guest again, Ms. Denika Seymour. I'd also like to thank all my viewers for joining us tonight. I love you all to life. And as always, be well and stay safe out there. Hello, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. And my genius is helping women accelerate the path to success. You know, I was blessed to have strong women in my life who encouraged, motivated, and pushed me to do my best and to never even think about giving up on my dreams. So I say to women, we must show up to rise up. We have talents and potential, but who will see them if we don't speak up and get noticed? I know that women are a tremendous resource on this planet, and there is nothing more fulfilling than helping a woman tap into her full potential. I do this because I want to be a part of helping as many women as I can to show up, to rise up. I do this because genius is common.